starting with when you would determine whether something is a financial mistake in the first place. And this is more about time horizon for evaluating an investment opportunity. And we come to this very frequently in our work where we have someone where we've either made an investment recommendation, an investment management recommendation, or they bring an investment recommendation to us. And it's not as much about finding the date as it is about finding the date that's too soon to evaluate the investment. What I mean by that is, for example, with an investment recommendation or an investment manager, it is highly likely that a person is going to look back after the first year and want to make some decisions if it did not perform up to their expectations. When in reality, whether it's an index fund, an ETF, a stock, an investment manager, a year is simply not long enough to determine whether it's just a blip in the road or whether there's a strong indicator that there's something wrong with what you've chosen. For example, with a single stock, it may be a company that's well positioned for the future, but they just had a bad product rollout or they were adversely impacted by the tariff conversation. With real estate, it depends on why you bought the real estate, but we have people who often try to evaluate a property too soon. Now, if you're trying to buy and flip a property, then maybe after a year or 2 years, there is the opportunity to look back and say this was or was not a mistake. But if you're buying something that's intended to be a long-term buy and hold property, maybe as rental real estate, and you're upset because it hasn't turned a profit in the first 6 months or the first 9 months or the first 18 months, you have to determine going into the process what your time horizon is for evaluating whether it's just truly you being a little jumpy or if it's not performing as you expected.